It is officially summer, and the weather, despite a very slow and late start here in the Pacific Northwest, is finally looking like summer with some really hot and sunny days forecasted in the next week. It is a perfect time to take the top off of the Jeep and cruise around, letting the sun shine on us and the wind blow through our hair, and something I'm really excited about. But taking the hardtop off is quite the chore. It would be really difficult for one person to do, and even kind of difficult for two people to do. And then where do you put it? And it just becomes kind of a big ordeal. So I wanted to create some sort of easy way for me or my daughter to be able to remove the hardtop off the Jeep by ourselves if necessary, and also be able to store it out of the way when we're not using it. So I thought I would take advantage of our carport here, which is a little too low for me to fit my RV under, which is a bummer. It's just what I was planning to use it for, but since it doesn't fit, we usually park one of our cars under the carport, and it's a great space. It keeps the cars shaded and out of the elements and protected from the weather. And it's high enough where I can install some kind of lift to be able to take the top off. So today I thought I'd show you how I plan to do that. So I'm really excited to try it out, and I hope it all works. So my carport is just a little over 9 feet high at the lowest point, and there are beams that go across. And my plan is to mount the hoist and distribute the weight between several of the beams to help distribute the weight of not only the hoist but the hard top. I've seen people install them different ways, but my plan is to luckily there are spaces above the beam, so my plan is to just lay a piece of unistrut in between the beams and hang the hoist from the unistrut, which is the way that they recommend hanging the hoist, and then just securing the strut to the beams. I feel like this is going to be a pretty easy install, and I think it will also be pretty secure, and having it between two beams will definitely help with the weight distribution. I got this electric hoist off of Amazon, and it got really good reviews and rated at 440 pounds, which is more than enough. And best part, it was under $100. And really the only assembly required on this is to install the mounting brackets, which was very easy to do. The hoist is somewhat heavy, so I thought it would be kind of difficult to try to put it together and assemble it up on the ceiling. So I got everything put together on the ground, and my plan was to just lift the whole assembly unit together up to the ceiling and hang it up on the beams. If you don't have the space above the beams, I've seen a lot of other installs where they were able to install it from the bottom of the beams. You just need different mounting brackets and to install it a little bit differently, but it still works the same way. But luckily I was able to just hang it from the beams from above, so most of the weight is being supported on the beams, and it was really easy to just place it up there. The last step was to add some L brackets, and I put them on the end of the strut just to stabilize it and secure it to the beam so it doesn't slide around or move around at all. And that was really easy, and it probably adds a little bit more, a little bit of extra support as well. After it was done installing, I thought I would test it out and see if it would pick me up, but it did not go as planned. Definitely lessons learned here, and kids, don't try this at home. The hoist worked, my pants did not. Now to the the fun part of getting to remove the top. The first step is to remove the freedom panels, and I ended up installing some ladder hooks on the wall just to have a nice easy place to store them when they're not being used. The next step is to disconnect the brake light and wiper fluid hose from the canopy. Next, there are 6 bolts inside of the canopy that need to be unscrewed, and then there are 2 more on the top. And Jeep did a nice job and created an easy place to store them, which I thought was pretty handy, so you don't lose them. I ended up using tie downs to connect the canopy to the hoist, and I just ran the straps on each side of the canopy and just got it nice and centered and snug. And then the most fun part is pushing that up button, and it's just as easy as that to lift the canopy up. And it's just as easy to put the hardtop back on when you're done with it. It's nice to have somebody help you to sort of guide it into place and make sure it aligns correctly, but this is also definitely something you could do by yourself. I hope this gave you some ideas or a solution to help you be able to remove your hardtop so you can go out and enjoy the sun. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great summer.